So what can startups do at this time of lockdown where perhaps IP and intellectual property patents are relatively low on your radar when you are worrying about the fact that you can't do R&D, you perhaps don't have access to your labs, you can't get into your offices, and raising funds is going to be pretty difficult if you can't travel. Well, actually, from an IP perspective, this might actually be quite a good time. One of the reasons is that you have the ability to dedicate a certain amount of time to doing some important things from a preparatory perspective and also from a planning perspective. So these are my top 3 things that you as a startup CTO, CSO, CEO or scientific founder could be doing in this time of lockdown. So number 1, plan. I've already used that word once already. Plan. Look at deadlines, look at budgets, figure out when things are going to happen, particularly in a patents timeline. The patent process is fairly early on, at least, is fairly well driven by particular timelines. When you're going to file your patent application, 12 months later you file foreign or PCT applications. You then have a national phase deadline 18 months after that. These are all known time points. They're straightforward to predict when they're going to happen, to budget for them. And now is a good time to see when those timelines actually harmonize with your commercial plans, your business plans, your R&D plans. Work it out on a spreadsheet, maybe on a Gantt chart, and figure out when pinch points in terms of your IP spend are likely to correspond with your R&D spend, or when you're going to be potentially fundraising. The second thing, number 2, I would say, is to use this opportunity to put your IP into context by doing some landscaping searches. Look at competitor IP, look at your own IP, look at some of the companies you might want to partner with, or even who you might exit if you're going to sell your company or hope to be acquired by some. Look at the IP that's available online, the patents that are available online. You can use Google Patents. That's a good free searching source. You can also use resources like the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. They have a good patent search. And also the European Patent Office have a really good searching platform called Espasnet. Spend some time, maybe a day if you have available, to drill down into the technical side of what your competitors, partners, or people that you're interested in are doing. You could learn a lot. There's an incredible amount of information in the patent literature, not just about freedom to operate or patentability for your own inventions, but also technical information that sometimes is omitted from academic publications for brevity purposes, but is available there. You might learn some additional technical data or information that might be useful to your own inventions. Number 3, the third thing that you could be doing in this time of lockdown is correlating or corralling your proprietary information. Things that make your platform, your technology, your company, your know-how unique. Go through your standard operating procedures, any notes that you've made, any competitor analysis that you've made, anything that isn't publicly available but that you know about in documentary form, in PowerPoint presentations, internal presentations. Put it together, corral it together, and create some documents. Store them and then use them to determine where your proprietary know-how position is, what your competitive edge might be, and also whether you have anything that might be termed a trade secret. Trade secrets are really valuable, and they're what maybe sets you apart from your competitors and gives you that edge in the marketplace, the kind of information, the proprietary information that you wouldn't want to leave your company. So you need to identify what it is, why it's important, who should have access to it, and ideally put it in somewhere in the digital space within the company that's encrypted and protected, and at least would not leave with, for example, an employee who leaves, or be vulnerable to hacking or some other form of public disclosure that would reduce your competitive value. So those are the three things that I think that you as a startup company could be doing valuably. That is planning, looking at your deadlines and your budgets; landscaping, understanding the context of your IP and your competitors' IP; and identifying proprietary information, know-how and trade secrets. If you can do those three things in the next few days, actually you've really put yourself in a great position. You can communicate more effectively with your professional advisors, and perhaps you will understand better the IP position that you have and can convey that to investors and partners in a more effective manner. I hope you find this useful, and I hope that you can actually generate some value.